favorite classic pop hit station. Playing all the songs you love from the 80s and 90s, Prime is the at-work station you listen to all day long. Playing the greatest hits on earth. 94.5 Prime FM.
99 FM KSKG is the #1 station in Salina and Manhattan. Home to Bobby Bones in the morning and afternoons with Shane McClintock. 99 KG delivers the best of today's hot country with concerts, contests, and 40-minute music sweeps every hour. 99 KG is Central Kansas's home for new country.
97.5 FM KJCK is Central Kansas's station for all the hits. The most hit music every hour to get you through your day. Power Hits 97.5 is a highly rated top 40 station playing today's best music, serving Salina with the perfect blend of current hits. All the hits, all the time. Power Hits 97.5.
SalinaPost.com is Salina's #1 news source. Our local news team has their fingers on the pulse of the city, breaking important stories impacting our community. Salina Post.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.
And good evening and welcome into another night of Sacred Heart. And tonight, Sacred Heart and Chapman High School basketball. This will be the opening games for the round-robin tournament here in Chapman, the Irish Classic. And welcoming you in, I'm Adam Coulter, Brian Dennett on the camera this evening, and we hope you enjoy the two here tonight. We're going to have coverage tonight of Sacred Heart and Chapman, the host school. On Friday, we'll have coverage of all 4 games. The matinee will be Sacred Heart taking on Rossville, and the nightcap will be Chapman hosting Bishop Ward. Then we'll shift it up one more time, switch it up, and we'll have Chapman. They'll be here in the district gym against Rossville. Coverage of that with Devin Haney, and myself, I'll be doing Sacred Heart's games as they take on Bishop Ward coming up on Saturday. But first and foremost here tonight, Sacred Heart, the Road Blues here tonight as we made the trip to Chapman, as the Irish and the Knights getting set for action here. This will be just the second game of the season for Sacred Heart. And meanwhile, this being both the home opener and the season opener for the Irish here on their home floor this evening. We want to thank some of our sponsors here this evening, including our title sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Kirsten Ross, as you'll be watching the Irish Classic throughout the evening and throughout the week, tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group also. USD 473 Chapman Schools, a tradition of high school success, academic success, school-run business opportunities, and a culture of caring for students. We do its best for all kids. Again, that's USD 473 Chapman Schools, and also Amanda West Agency of State Farm Insurance. She is located in Abilene. Time winding down here before tip-off, and the two teams getting set for their second and their first games respectively. Starting 5 for the home school tonight, the Lady Irish of Chapman, again coming in 0-0, first game of the season. Head coach Michael Wallmeyer, and he will start Cora Merrick, 5'3" sophomore. Adeline Kirkpatrick, a 5'8" junior. Jai Rogers, 5'7" and a sophomore. Abigail Gaston, 5'7" junior. And Avery Bear, 5'7" and also a junior. So it'll be Bear, Gaston, Rogers, Kirkpatrick, and Merritt, the starting 5 tonight for the Lady Irish. And something interesting that Coach made me aware of earlier today and yesterday as well, that they're going to start the same 4 players, and then they're going to rotate a 5th starter each one of these 3 games. So there'll be a different starting 5, albeit 4 the same player and 1 rotating to start each of the first 3 games here tonight, Friday, and Saturday for the Irish. But again, tonight, Merritt, Kirkpatrick, Rogers, Gaston, and Bear tonight for the Chapman Lady Irish. Sacred Heart comes in 0-1 after they were defeated on Friday night back at home by Clifton Clyde. Again, that they surrendered a big run to the Lady Eagles came back in the fourth quarter and cut the lead from 16 down to 8, but that's as close as they could get. And fell in the end in that one as the Knights 0-1. They'll start sophomore Adlin Lee, also senior Bethany Campa, junior Skylar Douglas, who had 21 points in that game last Friday to lead all scorers. Nicole Richards starts again tonight. She's a junior. And Alyssa Patterson starts, and she's a senior. So Patterson, Richards, Douglas, Campa, and Lee, the starting five tonight for Sacred Heart. Head coach of the Knights in his fourth season is Carl Hines, assisted by Jeff Platt. And this season, on the bench along with him is Tate Richards. So again, I mentioned coming up on Friday, we'll have the Knights 2 games. Will be at 3 and 4:40 or 4:30 roughly, and then 6 and 7:30 for Chapman's 2 games. We're going to have all 4 of those games here on Salina Post here on Friday, and then on Saturday we'll have all 4 again as the teams will play at 2 o'clock, as we'll have Chapman and Sacred Heart in both of those games. Quick break now. We'll come back after this. You're listening to the Irish Classic.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here from the USD 473 Chapman District Gym. I'm Adam Coulter along with Brian Dennett, getting set for games. Again, number 2 for the Knights here, coming in 0-1. Meanwhile, Chapman, this is their season opener this evening here, hosting their Irish Classic tournament, as we'll have coverage of the games tonight, Friday and Saturday, as the starters being announced here on the floor. One more look at the starters for Chapman one more time. 5'3" sophomore Cora Merritt, 5'8" junior Adlin Kirkpatrick,
5'8" junior number 10 Adlin,
5'7" sophomore Jai Rogers, Abigail Gaston, 5'7" and a junior rather, and Avery Bear also 5'7" and a junior.
junior number 4 Skylar,
Merritt, Kirkpatrick, Rogers, Gaston, and Bear, with head coach Michael Wallmeyer for Chapman.
5'7" sophomore number 10 Jay Rogers.
And for Sacred Heart, Adlin Lee is a sophomore. She'll be a 4-year starter before all is said and done. Senior Bethany Campa, junior Skylar Douglas, junior Nicole Richards, and senior Alyssa Patterson. Head coach Carl Hines starts Lee, Campa, Douglas, Richards, and Patterson tonight for the Knights.
For the Lady Knights, a senior number 23 Alyssa Patterson. And for the Irish, a 5'7" junior number 24 Avery
One correction, I said Jai Rogers. That should be Jay Rogers. Correct myself before we get rolling here. 8 minutes on the clock and ready for our first of two here this evening.
Assisted by Jeff Platt and Tate Richards.
Knights in the home blues tonight, as I mentioned. Gold numerals and gold letters with the black trim. Irish in the home whites tonight with the green numerals and letters, black trim. And coming to center circle, going to be Jay Rogers to jump center for the Lady Irish, and it'll be Skylar Douglas to jump for the Knights, so it'll be 5-7 versus 5-7. Hope you enjoy it. Irish and the Knights, game 1 of 2 tonight here on Salina Post, and we're underway. The Irish win the tip, does bear, and they'll go. Boy, that was right out of bounds, forcing a turnover. Bethany Campo right in front of the Knight bench. As the Knights, you see, moving left to right. Irish right to left here in the opening half. As we view it here from the scorer's table and online on our live stream at Salina Post. Drive from the right baseline to the left. Patterson tried to muscle a shot up, and a tie-up called. Possession arrow is going to keep it with Sacred Heart. Opening minute of the opening game between these two and the Irish Classic Tournament. Skylar Douglas on the near wing. Gets it to Addie Lee in the near corner. She'll try a three from there. One bounce off the Irish. Second bounce, another high one. Offensive rebound to Patterson. Now Douglas right on the left wing. Lost it for a second. Picked back up by Richards. Now Campa, top of the key. Bounce past Douglas for three. Shot up, good. So Douglas strikes first blood for either team. 3-0 Sacred Heart early. Still not a minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Down on the other end, a turnaround shot from the baseline. Left side though, up and good by Bear. Bear makes it 3-2. On the other end, Campa for three. Open three, right wing. That's also good. A couple times from distance. And it's 6-2 Sacred Heart. Minute 15 gone by here in the first. Another pass in the lane, kick back out. Bear ball fake there from the wing. Bounce pass left lane line, and a traveling violation is called against Gaston, excuse me. So 90 seconds in. Sacred Heart with the ball and the big lead of the game thus far early on, 6-2. Couple of threes for the Knights. One from Douglas, one from shot up and missing from the baseline. Our first foul of the game will be called. 1-3 from Douglas, 1-3 from Campa. Sandwiching a two-point basket by Avery Bear of Chapman. 6-2, the Knights on top by 4. Quick inbound on the right lane line, now backing off beyond the arc. Lee backs up, goes for three, misses off the front iron, got her own deflection, and the rebound back to her. Another foul is going to be called at the 6:15 mark here of the opening quarter.
Her first, team first.
And quick inbounds. Campa to Douglas, back to Douglas for three again. That one's off. And the rebound goes to Bear. And back to the Lady Irish. Down 4, 2 minutes gone by in the first. 6-2, Lady Knights on top. They have led throughout. Three-point shot. The left wing is missed, tipped around. Offensive rebound put back up short. Tipped around again, taken down by Patterson for the Knights. Down the floor once again, here's Campa. Now Lee at the free throw line, pulls up, grazed the front iron, no good on that shot, rebound taken. Rogers down the floor now for the Lady Irish. Muscles it up from the right lane line, and that one is good. Jay Rogers a couple, and it's 6-4. Nicole Richards left side, Campa now. 5:15 left, a reach and nearly taken away by Merritt. Campa retains possession. There's Lee. And now Richards right wing. She'll try a three and miss. Rebound again to Bayer. Long pass, right low block off the glass. Up, good and one. We're tied. Kirkpatrick ties it at 6 and a chance for the Irish now to take their first lead with the bonus free throw. Checking into the game, Ivy Beck and Josie Bayer come in for the Lady Irish. Free throw up and also good. And Mia Hamilton's checked in for the Knights, in for Campa. Hamilton for three. We'll see if they count it as a 2 or a 3. It is a 3. 3 threes for the Knights thus far. And it's 9-7, and there's a traveling violation called on Cora Merritt. Patterson checks out. In the game for the Knights is Eden Sharpton now. 4:38 left first quarter. It's 9-7 Sacred Heart. Double team and a trap, and a timeout's going to be called by the Knights as Richards ran into a wall of a couple Lady Irish, could not break that press. We'll take a timeout. Back after this, 4:31 left first quarter. Knights 9, Irish 7. You're watching the Irish Classic here on Salina Post.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Back here in Chapman, Adam Coulter, Brian Dent on the broadcast. Quick inbound, Addie Lee. 4:25 to go here in the opening quarter. 9-7 the Knights. Shot up and a runner from the right side, no good. Rebound, Mia Hamilton, offensive board for the Knights. Richards, now Skylar Douglas. Left side with it, back to Richards. Now top Lee, around the arc it goes. Mia Hamilton right side. And a reaching and a takeaway by Mary. Here come the Irish, down by 2. Had a momentary lead, 7-6. That was their lone lead. Knights back on top. They got 3 threes, reach in. And nice play by Hamilton to knock it out of bounds. But it will remain with the Lady Irish across the court. 1 second beyond the midpoint here. 3:59 left first quarter. Irish ball. And between the rings. Back to the right side, Bear. Ball fake there. Left hand shot up. No good. Got her own rebound, but in a crowd. Richards tied her up. Possession error will keep it with Chapman. So Bear's going to take it out. Baseline right of her own basket. Looking, still looking. High pad reach in by Hamilton. Nearly knocked it away. Now back out Ivy Beck. Bounce pass into the lane. Well, the Knights really flooding that lane. And there's a traveling violation called on a driving Josie Bayer. So the Knights will get the ball back up to 3:37 left first quarter. Waiting now for play to resume. Inbound goes to Addie Lee. Trying to trap her in the backcourt, and they pass out of it to Richards. Now she's double teamed between the rings, and a bad pass. Go reach right back in, and Skylar Douglas. Tough call there. That loose ball, she got her hands on it, but also had the right foot on the timeline. So after all that, she'll be called for an over and back. And the ball right back to the Irish once again. Bear to inbound, reach in by Sharpton. With it now, Bear pulls up, shot no good, and a whistle, and a foul's going to be called. And they're going to call a foul.
Foul against the Irish, number 11, Jay Rogers. Her first, team third.
Jay Rogers called for the foul, so the Knights are going to get this one back. Right at half court. Lita Richards reaching, taken away now. Reaching in was Avery Bear. Bear with it on the elbow left, and she's called for steps. Some of the Irish fans to my right, I heard, simply said that's not a travel. Didn't like that call, but nonetheless, the Knights award the basketball one more time as we go under 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. 9-7 Knights. They've trailed one time by 1 point. Lee for three, left side. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound taken. And back to the Lady Irish. Here's Rogers working on Douglas one-on-one. Across the timeline they go. Bear in the far corner right side. Pulls up. Long jumper's up and good with the left hand. She's got 4 to lead the Irish. And our first tie of the game, it's 9-9. On the other end, Mia Hamilton can't get the bank to go. The ball back to the Irish with 2:20 left in the first. Nine tie. Bear. She'll try a three from the right side. That one will miss. And the rebound taken by Skylar Douglas. 3-on-2 break. Really a 4-on-2 break down the floor. Hamilton. Tough luck there. Just enough English that the ball spun off the rim. The shot to no avail. And there's a traveling violation on the other end. So both Campas, Bethany and Ellie, in for the Irish. Bethany Campa, Ellie Campa in there. And back out there for the Irish. Two players as well. 145, there's a reach in and a foul is going to be called. This one will go on Adeline Kirkpatrick. Fourth team foul. First personal on Kirkpatrick. One thus far charged to the Knights. Looking down Addie Lee with it. 140 left in the first. 9-9 all knotted up. And behind Richards, didn't have a handle, but Douglas, second basket now with 5, and the Knights back up by a couple, 11-9. On the floor, Kirkpatrick reaching, taken by Addie Lee, trying to get ahead of the pack. Up off the glass, good, and one. Addie Lee, her first basket.
Her second, team fifth.
A little 4-0 spurt by the Knights, breaks a 9-9 tie. Knights 13-9 lead at the moment. Avery Bear and Ivy Beck check in for Jay Rogers and Abigail Gaston for the Lady Irish. Lee with the and one free throw up and got it. Lee with 3, Bethany Campa with 3, Skylar Douglas with 5, and that's the lead right now at 5. 14-9 Knights with $1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Driving. Good defense by the Knights now. Handing it off. This is Bear. Shot missing. This will be a 2-shot foul. Coming up now for Josie Bear.
Foul against the Lady Knights.
Kirkpatrick, Avery Bear, Merritt and Beck. And the free throw in for Josie Bear. In there for the Knights as Richards steps out. Ellie Campa, Bethany Campa, Addie Lee. Also Skylar Douglas, second free throw, also good. Got them both. And also on the floor for the first time now is Holly Bonilla for Sacred Heart. Steal on the other end by Bear. 50 seconds left. Swing pass into the lane, and Couple of blue jerseys there to take it away. Tipped off one of the Campas and to Douglas. Now to lead. Bounce pass. Left low block off glass. Up and good. And a basket good that time by Bethany Campa. Ellie Camp, I should say. Right side for three on the other end. That's going to be strong, but an offensive rebound. The miss by Merritt. The rebound by Josie Bear. And now in the lane, this will be the third team foul against the Knights at the 12.7 mark of the opening quarter.
Foul against the Knights.
And they call it on Addie Lee, just her first. Well, it'll be on the floor, say the referees, a non-shooting foul. 16-11 Knights. Long pass on the inbound. Kirkpatrick. Now back to Bear on the baseline. Kirkpatrick again one more time. Now in the corner. Again to Bear. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Forces it up and called for a traveling violation. This will give the Knights 2.4 seconds for something last second here to end the opening quarter, barring a turnover. Knights by 5. Full court press, inbound to Lee, and she'll hold it. And we're through the opening 8 minutes. Knights trailed by 1, but they've led throughout other than that. And up by 5 right now. After 1, Sacred Heart 16 and Chapman 11. If you're listening to the Irish Classic, you're watching the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group on Salina Post.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Back here at Chapman in the Irish Classic, I'm Adam Coulter along with Brian Dennett on the camera this evening. 16-11, our score here. The Knights, after a 9-9 tie, 7-2 spurt to end the opening quarter, and we're underway here in quarter number 2. And Bethany Campo with another basket. She's got 5. The Knights lead by 8 all of a sudden. Or 3, I should say. On the other end, up and good. Another shot on the other end. That's going to be short.
Foul against the Knights, number 4, Skylar Douglas. First, second, team first.
Foul called on Skylar Douglas. First foul here of the second quarter. 19-13. Seesawing back and forth here. Kick back out left side, long 2, up and good. That's 4 straight now for Josie Bear. Lead down to 4, 19-15, Lady Irish down. 3-point shot, up and good. To answer, Skylar Douglas. Now she's got, check that, she's got 8 now. Around the arc now, Bear, long 3, and that's gonna kind of a funny rotation in the air. But down the lane, 2 on none. Douglas left hand off the glass from the left side, up and good. She's got 10, timeout Chapman, a full timeout. 6:27 to go in the second quarter. The Knights up to a 9-point lead now as they lead over the Irish 24-17. 15. We'll come back after a break. You're watching the Irish Classic on Salina Post.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Back once again to the Irish Classic here. Sacred Heart and Chapman in action. Knights up by 9. Two baskets by Josie Bayer. Meanwhile, a 3 for Bethany Campa and 5 by Skylar Douglas, double her 5 in the first quarter. And the Knights, their biggest lead now, 24-15. Long pass here to the left corner, left wing, right in front of the Knight bench. Pass underneath, and that's missing. Rebound to Hamilton, lost it on the way down. Turnaround by Bayer, offensive rebound from the left side. That's also missed by Rogers, but she'll go to the free throw line. The foul is going to be on Douglas, her second. And the second on the team as well. Free throw up and good. Douglas is going to sit with a couple of fouls here. Still not 2 minutes gone by in the second. Back in the game for the Knights, Ellie Campa. Second free throw's up. That one will pop in and out. Rebound to Richards. Gives it off to Lee in the backcourt. Again, some pressure down the floor. Patterson, and it's stolen away. Tipped around, and Patterson gets it back in the lane, but traveled with it. Campa was trying to get a pass down in the lane to Patterson. It was tipped away by Ivy Beck of Chapman, but then the deflection off a couple of players wound up right back in Patterson's hands. But the referees call her for the traveling violation. Right side, long 2, that's going to be strong. A rebound to Richards off the miss and a tie-up call. Possession arrow to the Lady Irish. Inbound it goes. Kirkpatrick between the rings. Ellie Campa there to greet her. On the far side wing. Back to Bayer beyond the arc. Addie Lee there to meet her, and a traveling violation goes against Bayer. .5:22 to go in the opening half now. Addie Lee, right side to Campa for 3. Ellie puts it up. No good there. Tipped around, and the rebound by Patterson. Fights for that board, and now another whistle. Cora Merritt checks back in for the Irish, in for Jay Rogers.
Number 5, Cora Merritt.
And from the tie-up, waiting for, well, it'll be Knight ball as the referee kind of a grin on his face. He was pointing the way of the Knights as one of the Chapman players tried to take possession. There's Mia Hamilton back in there for the Knights. Mia Hamilton, Addie Lee, Ellie Campa, Alyssa Patterson, and Nicole Richards. Shot blocked on the way up, but foul shots coming for Ellie Campa. 24-16, Knights by 8. And the foul's going to be called on Adeline Kirkpatrick.
Number 10, Adeline Kirkpatrick, her second, team first, shooting 2.
First infraction against the Irish here in the second quarter. Second personal foul called on Kirkpatrick. Ellie Camp at the line for the Knights, looking for her first points of the game. Or check that, added 2 in the first.
Checking in for the Irish, number 0,
Callie Cook. 5'9" freshman checks into the game. And for Kirkpatrick, going to sit with a couple of fouls here. Still not halfway through the second. Couple of early fouls. Second free throw up, and that one will go.
checking in for the Knights, number 20, Eden Sharpton.
Eden Sharpton checking in for the Knights, in for Alyssa Patterson. 1-2 trip, 3 points now for Campa. Between the rings with it now in there, just checked in Callie Cook. Believe the lone freshman out there on the floor. There's a 3-point shot up and good. Josie Bear. And Josie Bear off the bench, 9 points now. Really helping keeping Chapman at an arm's length, staying with the Knights as the Knights still lead by 6. And call a foul this time. Cora Merritt, her first personal foul, second team, each team with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Richards to inbound, looking, gets it in to Hamilton between the rings. Left side she goes to Addie Lee. Now back to Richards rather. Right side right in front of the Chapman bench for a moment was Campa. Hamilton, now Richards for 3. That's off the heel, no good. High, Karam off the rim in the hands of Avery Bear. Back to the Irish. Past the midpoint now of the second. 3:50 left before halftime. The Knights have led the entire way here in the second. That's tipped out of bounds. It's going to go off the Irish, or will it? I correct myself. Ball to the Irish. Coming back in the game, Jay Rogers. Checking out will be Josie Bear. Abigail Gaston checks in. Douglas checks in. So Ivy Beck checks out for the Irish, and Ellie Campa checks out for the Knights. 3:44 left, still trying to get it inbound, quick inbound pass, quick shot off the glass. Didn't get rim, and on the floor, a jump ball is called as Addie Lee took the loose ball but fell to the floor. Tie up, and the possession arrow gives it back to the Irish. 3:40 left, second quarter, Knights by 6, 25-19. Quick inbound. Now again between the rings, Jay Rogers, right side. Bear again. Again, second shot, just almost like she's spinning her wrist when she shot the last couple from distance, about that same spot. Basket up and good. Shot on the other end, missing off the board, and coming back down now, Jay Rogers for Chapman. Reach from behind. A nice hustle play by Mia Hamilton. Crashes into the padding on the baseline. Approaching the 3-minute mark here before halftime. Bear working against Lee. Far corner, and now Merritt in and out of the fingers for her. Hamilton's checked out. Bethany Camp is back out there now for the Knights. Under 3 to play before halftime. Comes Addie Lee for the Knights across the timeline. Whistle and a stoppage of play now at the 2:52 mark, and the foul is an offensive foul called. Eden Sharpton called for an offensive foul, her first, third team foul on the Knights. Knights led by as many as 9, the lead down to 4 now. Irish down 25-21 with possession. 2:38 to work with here in the second quarter. Spin up top, ball fake there, as again, Bear works against Lee. pass into traffic and just throwing it up towards the basket. Jay Rogers is fouled, and she'll go to the line. Bethany Campa called for the foul, her second personal. Jay Rogers to shoot 2, missed the first one. Back in now is Kirkpatrick for the Irish. Checking in for Gaston. And the free throw missing. Chapman, though, an offensive rebound. 3-point shot in the far corners missed, and the rebound taken by Nicole Richards. Tried to zip a pass over to Lee and skips out of bounds on the far side. 2:18 left, second quarter. Opening games of these two here in the Irish Classic in Chapman. Knights 25, Irish 21. There to inbound in the far corner. Inbound, Kirkpatrick. And the left side with it. Back out to the three-point line. A high arcing shot. Offensive rebound off the heel it comes, and a spin, a couple of rotations around the cylinder, and Jay Rogers up and good. She's got 5. On the other end is Lee. Now Campa for 3, a line drive shot missing off the iron. And the Irish within 2 now. And they led by 5 after 1. They extended the lead to 9 early in the quarter, and the Irish have chipped away at that lead and a chance to tie or take the lead. And Nicole Richards called for a foul, her second personal. 15 foul against the Knights, and a chance to tie it up right here with 2 free throws. And the first one off the heel by Kirkpatrick. In for the Knights is Patterson. And back in Ivy Beck, Josie Baer, and Abigail Gaston. Check back in for the Lady Irish. 23-25. Second free throw forthcoming. Free throw up. And that one rattles in. Timeout called by the Knights. We'll take one as well. Full timeout, 1:38 left here in the second. The Knights clinging to a 1-point lead now, 25-24 Knights over the Irish. This is the Irish Classic, and you're listening to it and watching it here on Salina Post.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back to the Irish Classic here in Chapman. I'm Adam Coulter with Brian Dennett, the audio and the video. Hope you're enjoying the live streaming as always. 1:38 left, second quarter, 16-11. After 1, the Knights in the first on a 7-2 spurt. They extend the lead to as many as 9 here in the quarter. But all of a sudden, the Irish back to within a single point, 25-24. 1:25 left before halftime. Sharpton, Douglas, Bethany Campa, Zadie Lee, and also Skylar Douglas, the 5th Lady Knight on the floor. Lee goes to her left to Campa. Right side, Addie Lee. She'll drive the baseline. Little runner up off glass and good. And 1. Addie Lee with 5. And checking in now, Gaston picked up her 3rd foul. Callie Cook's going to check back in for the Irish. Her 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul. Addie Lee free throw up and good. So Lee's got 6. And the same way, 2 and a free throw in the first, 2 and a free throw here in the second. Driving was Bayer, taken by Lee for the Knights, and they're under 50 seconds now before the end of the first half. 28-24 from the Irish swing pass, tipped around, it's gonna go off Campa, and it'll stay with the Lady Irish. .40 seconds to go.
Back in for the Irish, number 24, Avery Bear.
Avery Bear's gonna check back in for Ivy Beck. For Chapman. Looking for someone to inbound to. Here's Cook. Back out to Bear. Beyond the arc. Trying to set a pick for was Rogers momentarily. Dribbles to the baseline left. Now to the right side. It's traveling violation called there as well. It's Josie Bear called for the steps. Take a wild guess. The Knights are going to play for one here in the final 25 seconds. Addie Lee looks over here. Coach Hines. 20 seconds left with the right hand. Skylar Douglas between the rings. Looking at Sharpton for a moment. Gives it back to Lee between the rings. 10 seconds to go now before halftime. Down to 6, down to 5. Lee with it. All the way around she goes. Now Campa, and the Knights won't get a shot off. Douglas hits the 3, but after time had expired, so the Irish, take an 11-point lead and get it down to 1, 25-24. A late 3 makes it 28-24, and that's where we sit here at halftime. Sacred Heart 28, Chapman 24. It's been a good one thus far. The Knights went on the run. Chapman went on one right back. And we've reached halftime of our girls game here at the Irish Classic. So we'll take a break here at halftime. We'll come back with some scoring numbers after this as you are watching and listening to the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and medical billing specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
And welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here in Chapman tonight. I mentioned at the outset that this will be the first of 3 in this round robin tournament. Also, Rossville and Bishop Ward out of KCK a part of this tournament, who the Knights and Chapman will see respectively. Coming up on Friday, we'll have coverage. I'll have all 4 games as the Knights will take on Rossville in the matinee at 3 and 4:30, girls and boys. And then the nightcap with the Irish and Bishop Ward. Those games, the usual tip time of 6 and 7:30. We'll have all 4 of those on Friday here on Salina Post. And then Saturday, all 4 teams will play at 2 o'clock, as we'll have 2 gyms working on that one. Devin Haney will be here for the Chapman game, and I'll be across the way. And I will have coverage of the Sacred Heart game on Saturday as well. So we got you covered with Sacred Heart and with Chapman here in this area game of the week as well. We're glad you're with us. Halftime score 28-24. The Knights, as I mentioned, they were tied at 9-9, a 7-2 spurt to end the first quarter. Put the Knights on top 16-11 at the end of the opening 8 minutes, I should say. 16-11, and the lead would balloon early in the second quarter for the Knights, up to 9. But the Irish got hot from the field, started chipping away and chipping away at that lead. Eventually got within 25-24 late in the second quarter, and it was a late 3 by the Knights to push the lead back to 28-24, and that's where we sit here at intermission. Here's the halftime break. It is the Knights 28 and the Irish 24. Looking forward to a good one here in the second half as well between these two squads. Again, the Knights came in 0-1 after the loss to Clifton Clyde at home back on Friday, and where the Irish didn't play on Friday, this their home tournament, their first game of the night and the season for both the boys and girls here on the Irish teams. Once again, our halftime score 28-24. Some individual scoring numbers here for the Knights. Addie Lee with 6 and Bethany Campa with 6 as well. 3 points for each of those two in the opening quarter. 2 from distance, 2 threes by Campa, and 2 3-point plays the old-fashioned way for Addie Lee, the 2 and the free throw. Skylar Douglas, 5 in each of the first 2 quarters for 10, and 3 points for both Ellie Campa and for Mia Hamilton with a 3-point bomb in the opening quarter. Meanwhile, for the Lady Irish, led off the bench, 9 points off the bench, I should say, for Josie Bear. Had a couple of free throws back in the first and then had 7 points alone in the second quarter, so she's got 9 to lead the Irish in the scorebook. Meanwhile as well, other scorers, as Avery Bear has 4, Adeline Kirkpatrick has 6, and Jay Rogers has 5 for the Lady Irish. So we'll take another break. We'll come back and get you set for the start of the second half. Again, the score, Sacred Heart 28 and Chapman 24. You're listening and watching the Irish Classic here on Salina Post.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? With 10 years of experience serving Northeast Kansas from Abilene to Wamego, leave it to a professional. Call Kirsten Ross, realtor and owner with Homefront Real Estate Group. Buying a home, whether it be your first time or second time, is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in a lifetime. Therefore, finding the right agent to help you make the process easier is essential. Kirsten Ross is there for you and your family every step of the way. Visit rosshouses.com and go Irish.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Welcome back to the Irish Classic here on Salina Post. I'm Adam Coulter. Brian Dennett on our camera work this evening. Thanks to Brian, as always, for all your help. First of three for these two. It'll be tonight, Friday, and Saturday in the round robin tournament, also featuring Bishop Ward and Rossville. As the Knights will take on the Bulldogs on Friday afternoon. Chapman will get Bishop Ward here on their home floor. And then on Saturday, we'll use a couple of the gyms, as I mentioned, as it'll be Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward, and Rossville taking on Chapman. Players back out on the floor as Skylar Douglas inbounds in the backcourt as the Knights now right to left. The Irish left to right, possession arrow. Right now favors Sacred Heart. Douglas up top to Addie Lee, 28-24. Chapman had it back within a point. They've led one time in the game by a single basket. There's our first stoppage of play here in the second half. Foul's going to be called on Gaston. Cook will check back in for the Lady Irish. 21 seconds gone by here early in this third quarter. All the starters are back in. Lee going to try a three. Right wing far side missing. Offensive rebound to Nicole Richards. It's a lead between the rings. Playing the point. Richards, Campa, back to Richards, now Lee. 45 seconds gone by, and boy, Knights caught a break there. Nice pass to Patterson, though, couldn't get to go. She threw behind Campa, or Douglas rather, little miscommunication, but the Knights retained possession, but couldn't get the basket to go. So back to the Lady Irish, about 1:05 in here to the third quarter. Pass down low to the low, block off the glass, up and good. Basket by Kirkpatrick. She's got 8, and give the assist to Bear. Patterson into a double team, blocked there underneath. And again, Kirkpatrick. Couple of plays for her back-to-back on the offense and the defensive end. 90 seconds in, third quarter. Nice reach in by Campa, nearly stole it away. Cook working on Patterson, and a foul is going to be called. And it'll go on Alyssa Patterson. Avery Bear inbound for the Lady Irish. Free throw line, back to Bear in the near corner. She'll try three with the left hand and miss it. Put back up though, that'll miss. Offensive rebound, another offensive rebound, that's also gonna miss. Another offensive rebound, and that one also misses off the heel. Wow. 4 shots, 3 in point blank range. That would just not fall. Other end, a shot missing by Douglas. Rebound to Cook. Boy, talk about the proverbial lid on the basket. Every which way but in for that series of shots a moment ago by Chapman. This time down the floor, though, they do draw a 2-shot foul. It's going to go on Nicole Richards. Eden Sharpton to the scorer's table to check in. Kirkpatrick checks back in for the Irish. Comes Hamilton and Sharpton for the Knights. Patterson will go out. Also Richards will go out. 5:52 to go. And all 4 points here. Kirkpatrick with 4 points here in the quarter, and we've gone from a 28-24 halftime score. Second tie of the game, it's 28-28. Pull up by Douglas, right lane line missing. Rebound to the Irish, a chance to come down and take their second lead, but now Lee loses it near half. Or rather, that was Cook that lost it to Lee near midcourt. Campa back to Lee to Douglas, right side to Hamilton. Around the arc, back to Campa. Campa walked. 5:23 left, third quarter. We're tied at 9. And we're tied now at 28. Clock rolls once again. And again, a chance for the Irish. Any basket this trip to go back on top of the Knights. Turnaround by Bayer, muscled that one up. Too strong as it rolls off the iron, and now a foul will be called. Offensive rebound, shot missing by Cook, and then a scrum for the ball, for the loose ball. And Kirkpatrick called for the foul with 5:04 to go. Ivy Beck checks back in for the Lady Irish. Under 5 to play in the third. It's 28 all here from Chapman. The Irish and the Knights in the first of their 3 games apiece, respectively, here in the Irish Classic. Hamilton beyond the arc, right side to Lee in the corner, driving the baseline, double team there. Pass to Sharpton, kicked out Douglas, near corner, shot up and good. Douglas with 13, and the Knights again take that lead back after the Irish threaten. Mia Hamilton picks up the foul. That's her first personal, 3rd team foul against the blue and gold. Bounce pass in the lane, loose ball, and Campa there to pick it up. Dumps it off to Skylar Douglas all the way, and she's fouled from behind by Cook. And she'll draw a 2-shot foul. Or check that, rather, that's Cora Merritt picked up the foul. Her second now, each team with 3 here in the quarter, and still not midway through the third, 4:19 to go. Free throw up and good. Nicole Richards checks in for Bethany Campa for the Knights. 28-24 at halftime. The Irish tied it on 4 points by Kirkpatrick, and now the second free throw good. Now the last 5 by Skylar Douglas has pushed it up to a 5-point game. Long pass off the glass and good, though. Nobody picked up Ivy Beck back. A long pass to her from Bear. Now it's about to say 33-28, now 33-30. Shot missing by Hamilton, and a foul is going to be called against the Knights. 4 minutes even to go. Foul's going to go on Eden Sharpton.
Eden Sharpton, her second, team fourth.
Fourth team foul against the Knights. So, and I mentioned last Friday in Salina, for years and years it was 10 team fouls and a half, and now it's 5 1/4. So that's 4 against the Knights. So with every foul, say from an offensive variety for the Knights that they commit, the Irish will be shooting 2 shots here for the rest of the quarter, and jump stop, traveling violation called on Avery Bear. Comes Ellie Campa back in for Nicole that's Mia Hamilton going to go back out. 3:38 left, third quarter. A lot of threes on that scoreboard right now. 3:33 left in the third. 33-30 the score. Richards to Douglas up high. Left hand, couple of dribbles now. Richards for 3, left side, around it goes, but will not fall. Douglas tries to save it to no avail. The ball back to the Lady Irish. 3:20 left in the third. Two-point basket by Ivy Beck has cut it back to a 1-possession lead again. The Irish with the ball and a slim 3-point deficit they're looking up at. Here's Cora Merritt. Turnaround shot up and good by Cook. 1-point game, 30-second timeout by the Knights. Sacred Heart 33, Chapman 32. You're listening and watching the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on Salina Post.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Back again here in Chapman, Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. Knights a big run late in the first quarter into the early minutes of the second quarter. Chapman came back, and a couple of smaller runs by the two teams, and back and forth we go. It's a 1-point game again, 33-32. And the foul is going to be called on Cora Merritt. Third personal, each team with 4 now. So as I mentioned, the next foul now for either team would put them over the limit. Free throw up by Addie Lee is good. She's got 7. Faith Gentry is going to check into the game for the first time for Chapman, and back in there for the Knights is Bethany Campa. She'll check in for Nicole Richards. 2:53 left here in the third. Addie Lee calmly nails a couple of free throws. She's got 8. The Knights lead by 3 once more, 35-32. And again across the timeline is Jay Rogers. Gives it off to Bear. Turnaround shot, left baseline, missed it short. Rebound taken by Eden Sharpton. And now a tie-up. Referee signaling for a foul. And that will go on Ivy Beck. So that's
her first, team 5.
Two and a half to play. 35-32. Now Campa for 3 from the left corner. Boy, one bounce up and in. She's got 6. And the Knights lead by 6, 38-32. And I mentioned if it were an offensive foul, even though it was 5 and that was the 5th team foul in the Irish, it was an offensive foul, so no shots there for the Knights. 2 minutes to go. 3-point shot by Cook. That's in and out. Offensive rebound. Here's Ivy Beck. Now loose ball and taken by Campa, Bethany Campa. As both Bethany and Ellie both on the floor, along with Douglas, Sharpton, and Lee for Sacred Heart.
Against the Irish, number 12, Ivy Beck, her second, team 6.
It's Cook, Rogers, Beck, Bear, and Faith Gentry on the floor for the Irish. And the free throw coming by Bethany Campa, good.
Shooting 2 for the Knights, number 2.
So she's got 7, and the lead is now 7. 6 straight by the Knights to 7 straight now to extend what was a 1-point game. Now all of a sudden the Knights lead it by 8, 40-32 with 1:45 to go, third quarter. Bear looking for a pick, goes around Cook. Addie Lee right back there giving her fits defensively. Pass into the lane, tipped around, taken back for a moment there. Ivy Beck had control, then Sharpton got it back down the floor, up and good. Lead the assist, Douglas the basket. Knights lead by 10, 42-32. 17 for Skylar Douglas. Final minute 10 here of the third quarter. Turnaround again from the baseline, trying to force it up was Bear, no good. Tie up underneath, and the Knights will come to the other end to shoot 2 once more. Clock stopped at the 1:04 mark. 17 foul against the Irish, and the third foul on Ivy Beck. So Addie Lee to the free throw line. Another one goes in. She's had at least one free throw make in every quarter thus far. Here comes Holly Bonilla back in the game for Sacred Heart. It's Lee's 5th free throw make and her 6th. And she's in double figures now with 10 points. 1 minute left here, late third quarter. 44-32, the Knights. Big run. And I say all of a sudden it was a 1-point game, and just like that, double figures the lead for the Knights. A shot missing. A nice attempt at a save there by Lee. I think that'll be Irish ball. 44-32 is the score here, late third quarter. Inbound into the lane, a shot up, missing, tipped around, offensive rebound. Cook, or check that, Merritt rather, 3-point shot, that's gonna also miss. That no good by Rogers, and out of bounds back to Sacred Heart. 34.2 seconds left now, and gonna get Douglas back in for Bethany Campa. Ellie Campa stays in there, as does Addie Lee. Bonilla with the ball now. Douglas in there, also Sharpton. A full timeout's going to be called by the Knights. We'll take it as well. I'm going to catch my breath there for 30 seconds. Fast-paced up and down the floor game. 44-32. The Knights up by a dozen all of a sudden. Back after a break as you're watching and listening to the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on Salina Post.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back in Chapman, Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett. Why the Knights were clinging to a 1-point lead, and the last 11 now scored by Sacred Heart to push this to a 12-point advantage for the Knights. 44-32, and going to play for the last shot here. 10 seconds left, third quarter. Zadie Lee around a pick to Campa. Douglas for 3, right side short. And a putback blocked. Campa tried to put it back up and in. It was blocked by Merritt. And we are through 3 with the Knights all of a sudden back up by 12, our biggest lead of the game. We'll come back with the 4th after a quick break. This is the Irish Classic, and Sacred Heart leads the host school, the Irish of Chapman, by a score of 44-32. You're watching and listening to the Irish Classic here on Salina Post.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Back we go to start quarter number 4 here from the UST 473 District Gym here in Chapman, and there's an offensive foul call. That's going to go on Jay Rogers, 7 seconds into the 4th quarter. Or check that rather, that'll be against Abigail Gaston. Callie Cook comes in for her. But nonetheless, the Knights are going to get the ball right back. First foul for either team here in the 4th. Just underway here in the 4th frame of play. Knights by a dozen, 44-32. They end the quarter, the end of 3rd quarter to the Knights on an 11-0 run. Now a takeaway by Chapman. This is Merritt. Another, just some of these shots, and that was really, it wasn't that Chapman didn't put themselves in a position for high percentage shots. They just cannot get majority of them to go. They've struggled. Still fighting hard. Nice backdoor pass. That one will go for the right baseline. Merritt with a dozen. And that breaks the 11-0 run by the Knights. Douglas bounce pass to the low block. Left side, Sharpton, good and one. Callie Cook called for the foul, just her first. 2nd team foul against the Irish, and to the free throw line. Basket good. Sharpton looking for the 3-point play. I think she stepped on, yeah, she did. Shot did not go, but she stepped on the free throw line as she leaned forward to shoot. So call for the violation there. And the ball back to the Lady Irish. 46-34, each team with a couple here early in the first minute plus here of the final quarter. The drive kick back out, around to the left corner, at a pass from Kirkpatrick, skips away from Bear, out of bounds and back to the Knights. Douglas to Hamilton. Now Nicole Richards also out there, Sharpton and Lee for the Knights. Bounce pass again, almost the same spot, but that one's short by Sharpton. But there's Lee hustling for that loose ball and the rebound. To Richards, Douglas now back to Lee, backs off. Left hand now right. Dumps it off the right side, and there's an offensive foul on the Knights. Who is going to pick it up? And it'll be on Addie Lee.
Foul against the Knights. Number 1, Addie Lee, her 2nd. Team
Saw one of the Irish players momentarily hit the deck. Didn't see which Knight player made the contact, but Addie Lee called for just her 2nd personal foul. Far corner, a long arcing shot though, missing short. And on the floor, Addie Lee and Cora Merritt get tied up on the way down. And they're going to call Lee with another quick foul. So she's got 3, each team with 2 as a team. 6 minutes to play in the fourth. Right side Merritt, that'll be short. Douglas the rebound for Sacred Heart. Trying to trap Lee in the backcourt, and she races out of it. Douglas now, open 3, right corner, shot short. And the rebound taken by the Irish and Kirkpatrick. Now across the timeline, Jay Rogers. 5:35 left in the game. Knights by 12, each team with a couple here in the fourth quarter. 11-0 run by the Knights to end the third. Irish got the first basket here in the fourth. So we approach the 5-minute mark to go here in the game. In the season opener for the Irish, the Knights' second game of the season. Looking to even their record after a loss to Clifton Clyde at home last Friday. 5 minutes left. Knights burning some clock right now. We're under 5 minutes to play now. Douglas and the Knights with a 12-point cushion, playing a little catch around the perimeter, not looking defensively, or rather offensively, I should say. And no hurry to score. And Addie Lee drives the right side up and good. So she's got a dozen. Four and a half to play now. The Knights up by 14. It's Cook with the ball between the rings. Sharpton there. Keep an eye on her. Kirkpatrick between the circles. 4:15 left. Pull-up shot right side. Missing, and a foul is going to be called. Looks like it'll go on Hamilton. It is on Mia. Her second personal for third team foul against the Knights. 4:13 to play in the game. The Knights up by 14. Free throw is up. Free throw is good.
Number 24, Avery Bear. Number 15, Faith Gentry. And for the Knights, number 2,
6.
Bethany Campa. And number 23, Alyssa Patterson.
Patterson and Campa check in. Bethany Campa back out there for the Knights. Second free throw good, so now 7 for Jay Rogers. Approaching 4 minutes left in the game. It's a 12-point game once again. Each team with 4 here in the fourth quarter. Past the midpoint, Douglas, right side Campa. Now Lee between the rings. Again, just melting away some clock. As again the Knights with a 12-point cushion. Lee is going to drive back out to Richards. Richards looks to her right near half court. To Skylar Douglas, now back to Addie Lee. And a foul is going to be called near half court. This will be 3 on the Irish.
Foul against the Irish, 24, Avery Bear. Her second team third.
And Avery Bear called for it, her second personal. Douglas trying to get it in there, and timeout called by Carl Hines of Sacred Heart. Take one as well. 3:34 to go in the game. Knights 48 and the Irish 36 as you're watching and listening to the Irish Classic, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on Salina Post.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Chapman and the UST 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter, Brian Dennett on the broadcast this evening. Hope you're enjoying our live streaming audio and video. Coverage of all 4 games on Friday as the Knights will take on Rossville at 3 and 4:30 on Friday right here, followed by the host school, the Chapman Irish, as they will take on Bishop Ward in a doubleheader, and I'll have all 4 of those games a quadruple header on Friday from, again, 3 and 4:30, 6 and 7:30. Full slate of basketball, and then Saturday, Devin Haney will be in the chair here in the district gym, calling the Irish and the Bulldogs of Rossville, and I'll be across the way in the auxiliary gym, and we'll have there Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward. That starts at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and there's a foul called with a 3:18 mark, 48-36, and the foul is going to be called on Skylar Douglas. Mia Hamilton back in there for the Knights. We got Hamilton's out there, Richards, Patterson, Lee, and Douglas, the starting 5, are back out on the floor for the Knights at the moment. 3:10 to go in the game, Knights by a dozen. Left side with it, Kirkpatrick to Bear. Also out there for the Irish, 3-point bomb is up and short. Also out there for the Irish is Josie Bear. Also in there, Jay Rogers and Faith Gentry for the Lady Irish. 2:45 left before the final horn sounds here. Another 2 by Skylar Douglas, now with 19. 2 shy of her game-high 21 back on Friday against Clifton Clyde. 2.5 to play in the game, 50-36. The Knights been up by 14 a couple of times now. Pass inside, and a tie-up is called. The possession arrow is going to give this back to the Knights as comes up Ellie Campa back in for Sacred Heart, in for Nicole Richards. Quick inbound, tipped, and Douglas has it double teamed in the backcourt, and she's going to be fouled. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the Irish. And they're going to ring up Avery Bear with it. And 4th team foul, 3rd personal foul. 2:21 left, Knights 50, and the Lady Irish 14. Quick inbound, Lee from Campa. 3 Lady press there momentarily. Hamilton to Douglas. Picked up her dribble in the near corner. Now back to Mia. Bounce pass to Patterson. Low block left side, just a bit strong on the deflect or the bounce off the backboard. It wouldn't go for. Now a long pass out of bounds into the Chapman cheerleaders. Avery Bear was trying to catch Faith Gentry down the floor ahead of the pack, but overthrew her. So the Knights with the ball back once again, 50-36. Mia Hamilton to Douglas, right side to Campa. Campa to Lee, and a traveling violation called against the Knights. And back to the scorer's table. Holly Bonilla is going to check back in again. Again. That seemed redundant. Campa's going to go out. Bonilla back out on the floor for the Knights. Approaching the 90-second mark here of the 4th. And going back to the 3rd, there's a 3-point shot by Bear. That's strong. And out of bounds, it was tipped. One off a Knight. Out of bounds, it'll be inbounded right in front of the Irish student section across the way, with a second beyond the 90-second mark here in the game. 1:29 left. Bounce pass between the rings with it. Jay Rogers. And that one thrown out of bounds, looking for Gentry, and out of her reach. Comes Eden Sharpton to the scorer's table. And she'll come in for Skylar Douglas. Sharpton will inbound to Lee in the backcourt with 1:20 left in this one. First of 2 tonight, the boys will follow. And Lee with it. Bonilla, right side to Sharpton. Just outside the arc on the far side now, lead back to Sharpton. Sharpton and Kirkpatrick doing battle offense to defense over there. Nice shot from Hamilton, up and good. She's got 5, and we're under a minute to play here in the game. 16-point lead, the night's biggest. Chapman's going to fall to 0-1 here again. This being their opener of the season. Knight's going to even out their record at 1-1. There's a 3-ball up and good. 3-ball good by Avery Bear. She's got 7. And the lead 52-39. And Chapman may be content to let the Knights dribble this one out. Final 10 seconds as Chapman is not fouling, and the final seconds will tick away as the Knights, up by as many as 16 a moment ago, win it by 13. Final score, Sacred Heart 52 and Chapman 39. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the final score numbers and more here from Chapman as you're watching and listening to the Irish Classic, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group, here on Salina Post.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? With 10 years of experience serving Northeast Kansas from Abilene to Wamego, leave it to a professional. Call Kirsten Ross, realtor and owner with Homefront Real Estate Group. Buying a home, whether it be your first time or second time, is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in a lifetime. Therefore, finding the right agent to help you make the process easier is essential. Kirsten Ross is there for you and your family every step of the way. Visit rosshouses.com and go Irish.
Welcome back once again here to the USD 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. Glad you're with us. And first of two tonight in the books. As I mentioned throughout the broadcast, this was the opener for the Irish. The Knights had played one prior back on Friday at home. Knights even their record at 1-1, and the Irish fall to 0-1 here on the young season. Final score, the Knights lead by as many as 16 and win it by 13, 52-39. And the scoring in the game, Skylar Douglas leads the Knights in scoring for the second straight game with 19 on the heels of her 21 back on Friday. 12 for Addie Lee, 8 for Bethany Campa, also 6 for Alyssa Patterson, or 6 rather, excuse me, 6 for Ellie Campa. 5 points for Mia Hamilton and 2 points for Eden Sharpton. So again, Skylar Douglas leads the Knights with 19. Addie Lee 12 more in double figures for Sacred Heart. Meanwhile, for the Lady Irish, they were led by Jay Rogers with 12, also 7 apiece. Or check that rather, Adeline Kirkpatrick with 12. Jay Rogers with 7. Also with 7, Abigail Gaston off the bench with 9 points. Josie Bear. Ivy Beck with 2 and Kelly Cook with 2 for Chapman in this one. So again, the Irish fall to 0-1. The Knights improve to 1-1 here on the young season. And these two teams will play again on Friday and Saturday, not against each other, but against Rossville and against Bishop Ward, respectively, as this round-robin tournament here from Chapman continues. And we'll have coverage of all those games coming up on Friday day and evening, and afternoon Saturday as well here on Salina Post. Sacred Heart wins the girls' game 52-39. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about the boys' game coming up between the Knights and the Irish after a break. You're listening and watching the Irish Classic here from Chapman, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group, here on Salina Post. And welcome back once again to Sacred Heart Chapman basketball here. Another area game of the week between Dickinson County and Saline County. Glad you're along with us. I'm Adam Coulter, Brian Dennett on the camera work here this evening, and we hope you're enjoying the live audio and the live video here on SalinaPost.com. As you're watching and listening to it here, the Irish Classic, it's presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group. Also brought to you by USD 473 Chapman Schools, a tradition of high academic success, school-run business opportunities, and a culture of caring for students. We do what's best for all kids. Also Amanda West, the Amanda West Agency of State Farm Insurance, in Abilene. And thanks to all of our sponsors throughout the season, and getting set for our second of two here tonight. As the Knights 1-0 coming off a win at home on Friday against Clifton Clyde, and the Irish, their home opener and their season opener for that matter. And the starting five for the two squads. First for the home school, the host school, the Chapman Irish. Head coach Drew Kraxner. And they will start Drew Elliott, a 5'9" senior. Aiden Muniz, 6' senior. Talon Decker, a 6' junior. Brecken Francis, a 6'2" junior. And Jed Moody, a 6'2" senior. So Decker, Francis, Moody, Muniz, and Elliott will start tonight for Chapman. Again, they come in with no record as just their first game of the young season. Sacred Heart, same five as they started back on Friday in their season opener with Carson Lehman, a senior. Juniors, Luke Cohen and Will Tuttle. Sophomore, Noah Hines, and sophomore, Maddox Wells. Head coach is Brian Gormley. As again, Wells, Hines, Tuttle, Coland, and Lehman will start here for the Knights. We'll take a quick break. We will come back and get you set for the opening tip-off. This is Chapman and Sacred Heart basketball from the Irish Classic on SalinaPost.com. Oh, we'll keep it right here.
A senior, number 2, Carson Lehman.
I think there was a bit of confusion. We had the national anthem sung back before the girls' game, and the way the players were lined up and some of the fans were standing up, I think some thought that we were going to do it again, but the starters are being announced now on the floor. But 8 on the clock. Once again, the starters here for Chapman are Elliott, Muniz, Decker, Francis, and Moody. Knights will start Lehman, Colen, Tuttle, Wells, and Lehman, Colen, Tuttle, Hines, and Wells. And just a reminder before we get tipped off here for this one that Friday afternoon, 3 and 4:30, it'll be these Sacred Heart Knights taking on Rossville. Then at 6 and 7:30, it'll be the Irish hosting Bishop Ward out of Kansas City. I'll have all 4 of those games here on Salina Post. Then on Saturday, as all 4 teams will switch up again, it'll be Sacred Heart taking on Bishop Ward and Chapman and Rossville in 2 different gyms. Devin Haney will have one of the doubleheaders with Chapman, and I'll have Sacred Heart in the other one, and all those games with live streaming audio and video right here on SalinaPost.com. Well, 8 on the clock. The stars have been announced and just about set to go. Knights in the road blues once again, Sacred Heart across the jersey tops. The road blues with the gold numerals and letters and the stripe down the side of the shorts. Chapman, green stripe down the side of their white jersey shorts. Irish across the front with the green numbers and the black trim. As Irish coming out to center circle, it's going to be Brecken Francis to jump center. And there to contest him will be Will Tuttle for their respective teams. 8 minutes on the clock. Game number 2 of 2 tonight. And we hope you enjoy it here on SalinaPost.com, here at the Irish Classic, and controlled by Sacred Heart. Wells to Lehman. On all 5 guys, a touch of the ball just that quick and around the arc, and a traveling violation called on Colen. That'll be our first turnover of the game. Just 11 seconds in, as we are just underway here from the USD 473 gym here in the Irish Classic. And game number 2, there's a reach-in foul on Maddox Wells. 17 seconds gone by, early first quarter. in the Irish, their home opener and their season opener. And the Knights, their second game of the season, first on the road, away from Salina. Boy, still trying to get it in there, and that's an over and back. Tough time getting that one in. That was Brecken Francis who got the inbounds pass, but he was straddling the center stripe as he caught it. Called for an over and backcourt violation. 30 seconds gone by, scoreless here. Knights and the Irish here in the boys' game. Now Wells, now Tuttle left side. Bounce pass, Maddox Wells with it. To the elbow, stops there. Cole into the drive, with the drive I should say, up and good. Luke Cole makes it 2-0 early. 45 seconds gone by, Knights by 2. Early on in this one, still not a minute gone by. Pass to the low block left side, now swung out, right corner. Shot missing, offensive rebound. And now to retain possession, here's Drew Elliott between the rings. Left hand dribble, puts it up, missed it, rebound to Tuttle. And dumped off to Wells, now to Hines. And around the arc, and 4 of the 5 guys a hand on it right there, passing around the perimeter. And there's our first foul of the game called. It's Carson Lehman's fouled. And Jed Moody whistled for the infraction. 2-0 Knights, each team with an early foul. That was Moody's first personal. Quick inbound, Tuttle for 3, far corner. No good on that attempt, and right back down the floor. Francis, entry pass, double team is Francis, and some contact underneath, and now the referees call a foul. And they're going to call that on Jed Moody, so he just picked up, we played 1:40, and he's picked up 2 fouls that quick. Wells to Tuttle. Irish playing some press. Now Carson Lehman. Luke Colin back to Lehman. A little less than 2 minutes gone by in the first. Knights up 2-0 with the ball. Hines to Colin again. Now Tuttle from the right side into the lane. Shot won't count. A foul called on the way to the basket. This will be called on Brecken Francis. Third team foul in the Irish. And Francis's first personal. 5:56 to go in the first. 2-0 inbound to Tuttle. Up top, Hines had it bump off his shoulder and got a break. On him defensively, Francis did not see it. So Hines scores. It's 4-0 Knights. That could have been a turnover and a fast break basket real quick. 3-point shot from the near corner is missed. Pass back to Munoz. Far corner. Now back up high again. Drew Elliott with it for Chapman. Well, and giving him fits was Wells, and now the rebound, the shot short. Rebound to Hines, now to Wells, and boy. Foul called on Drew Elliott. So Hines will inbound, I should say. Into Wells. As we approach 5 minutes left here in the opening quarter, a low score thus far, 4-0. Kicked out, Coleman to Lehman, missing the 3. Rebound taken back by Chapman. Irish still looking for their first basket of the game, down 4. The 3-point shot, right wing, far side, good. Talon Decker makes it a 1-point game, 4-3 Knights on top now. Tuttle to Hines, back to Tuttle. Or Wells, rather, I should say. Now to Hines. Back to the right side. Wells one more time for 3 to answer. It's good. 7-3. Back to a 4-point lead again. Twice up by 4 are the Knights. Top of the key. Francis, shot from the right baseline, up and no good by Elliott. Ball back to the Knights. Lehman in traffic, right low block, missed it. And another foul, and that's 5 that quick. We've not played half the first as of yet. Fouls called on Brecken Francis. Second personal, that's already 5 on the Irish, so the Knights are going to shoot free throws for every foul that the Irish commit. The Irish, by the way, only 1 charge to them thus far. Free throws missed. Comes Ben Disberger into the game for the Knights. A.J. Scott's checked in for Chapman, as has Jacek Bauman. Second free throw by Lehman. Up, high archer, up and good. Eight to 3, and now the high water mark for the Knights is this 5-point advantage. Kicked out to the corner, shot by Bauman off the side of the backboard, rebound Disberger with it. And this could be a long 4 minutes. Every time the Irish are charged with a foul, unless it's offensive, every defensive foul is going to put the Knights at the line. And before we shoot free throws, we'll take a break. 3:57 left in the opening quarter. Sacred Hearts led throughout. They lead at 8 to 3, as this is the Irish Classic, and you're listening to it and watching it here on Salina Post, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
We're back here in Chapman at the USD 473 District Gym. Ben Disberger out of the timeout, hits his first free throw of the game, his first point, second one up. That one, a couple of bounces off the cylinder, no good. So Disberger with 1. On the other end now, the Knights, 6-point game. Good defense by the Knights, and a traveling violation. It was Coland and Lehman both. Double teaming A.J. Scott did not allow him to get to the basket, forcing the turnover, but now the Knights, not sure if Tuttle stepped on the baseline trying to inbound, but Knights can give it right back. Quick inbound. 3:40 left first quarter. The Knights up by 6. 3-ball, and that one will go. Aiden Munoz. Couple of threes by Chapman. And there's another foul. It's going to go on Chapman this time. Decker's going to pick it up. 17 fouls, so still 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Knights have been called for just 1 foul, and the Irish, that's 7 as a team, so quite the discrepancy there. And the Knights making some hay from the free throw line, but that one missing by Hines. Munoz checks out. Dominic Krogman, 5'9" sophomore in the game for the first time for Chapman. The score remains 9-6. And Matucci coming to the scorer's table, free throw up. He missed them both. Did Wells, I should say. Or rather, Hines, I should say. Don Matucci, and also set to check back in for the Knights, Maddox Wells. So the Irish down by 3. Three-point basket cut the lead in half from 6-3. Backdoor pass in the lane, up and good. Another 2. Nunez just hit that 3 to make it a 3-point game, and now a 1-point game. He's got a quick 5 points. 9-8. Tuttle coast to coast, missed it. Disberger put back up and good. Disberger with 3 off the bench. The Knights lead it by 3, 11-8. Still 2:35 to play. A reach in. That's going to go on Noah Hines. And here comes Lehman and Cohen are going to go out. Matucci and Wells are back in, along with Tuttle, Disberger, and Hines. 2.5 to play, first quarter. The Knights led by as many as 6. And right now they lead it by 3, 11-8. Hines to Disberger in the lane, kick back out. Tuttle beyond the arc now. He'll drive in the lane with the right hand, right side, shot no good. Disberger another offensive rebound, but shot won't go, but he's going to go back to the free throw line. The foul be called on Jason Bauman. So again, second personal, 18 fouls against Chapman. So far just 2 called against the Knights. Free throw by Disberger, that one will miss. And back in for Chapman, Drew Elliott. And he's going to check in for Jason Bauman. Well, no, he's not. He's going to check in for Krogman. Free throw good by Disberger. 2 of 4 at the line. He's got 4 points off the bench thus far, and the Knights also lead by 4, 12-8. 2 minutes left, first quarter. The Knights have led throughout now. Steal by Matucci, gives it off to Hines. Up off glass, muscles it up there. Hits it, and the foul. So 4 and a chance for his 5th. Second foul now on Elliott against Chapman. And I'm sure there's more than a few mutters across the way. The Chapman families and fans over there, that Chapman's been rung up for 9 fouls in just over 6 minutes of the first quarter. The Knights just for 2. There's a drive right side and a foul going to go on the Knights. It'll be the 3rd team foul. With a minute 48, it'll go on Tuttle. Just his first. And again, the 3rd team foul against the Knights. And Chapman inbounded, and well, that went, trying to get it in. It went against the back of the backboard. Into the hands of Tuttle, an outlet pass. Sails out of bounds as Lehman checks back in for Hines. So Matucci, Tuttle, Lehman, Wells, and Disberger. Another steal by the Knights. 90 seconds left in the first. The Knights up by 7. Matucci just about drugged that pivot foot. There's Tuttle. Spinning now, Disberger. Back to Tuttle in the far corner now. To Wells. Tuttle for 3 in the corner. Got it. All 5 starters now. At least 1 point for the Knights. 18-8. 7 straight by the Knights, and there that breaks that run. Nunez with 2 more. He's got 7 of the 10 for the Irish. Final minute, first quarter, Tuttle. Far corner to Lehman. Lehman back to Tuttle. Tuttle left baseline drive, shot up, good and 1. Tuttle with 5. Tuttle with 5 and Hines with 5 to lead the Knights. Nunez with 7 to lead the Irish and all scorers. In comes Jacob Gefeller, 6-foot junior for the first time. And out goes Bauman. Free throw up by Tuttle, missed it. And the rebound knocked around, taken by Matucci. Top of the key, Tuttle for three again. That one will miss. And Disberger comes away with it underneath and got his own rebound, but going to be a turnover against the Knights. .40 seconds left. Irish on the inbound. There's Munoz. Carson Lehman working on him defensively. Under 30 seconds left. Long three, right wing is missed. Matucci all alone in the quarter for the rebound. 20 seconds left. Lehman, now Matucci in the lane. Bounce pass, Disberger, left baseline too strong. Missed that shot, 10 seconds left. And now a steal by Wells. Shot up by Colin, no good. Disberger, no good. Disberger's second shot up, good. That's 6 for Disberger. And a 9-0 run by the Knights to end the opening quarter after the opening 8 minutes. Sacred Heart 22 and Chapman 10. You're watching and listening to the Irish Classic here on Salina Post, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Welcome back once again to the Irish Classic here from the USD 473 District Gym here in Chapman. Adam Coulter, Brian Dennett on the broadcast. Glad to have you along with us. The Knights, as the Irish had cut what was a 6-point deficit down to 3. But the Knights go on a run of their own, and they lead by a dozen here, the biggest lead of the game. As they've led throughout Sacred Heart, it's 22-10. Tuttle and Hines, 5 apiece for the Knights, leading all scorers off the bench. Disberger with 6, and 7 for all scorers, I should say, is Munoz. For Chapman, quick whistle 5 seconds in to the second quarter, the Knights with a 12-point cushion. First foul called against the Knights on Dom Matucci, first team foul as well. Free throw up and short. 5 seconds gone by here, early second quarter. Second free throw forthcoming from A.J. Scott for Chapman. Second one. Put a little too much on that one. Hard off the backboard. The iron, no good. Matucci. Now to Wells, back to Matucci, back to Wells. Or rather, Hines, I should say. Still getting used to my names and numbers. My apologies. Down the floor. Munoz with it. Holds off. In the lane, though, a shot forced up by A.J. Scott. No good, but drew a 2-shot foul. Now the Knights have been called for a second foul in the quarter in just 24 seconds. That puts Scott right back to the free throw line. He just missed a 2-shot trip, and he's over 3. First one well short. Second one tried to put a little more on it, and it was too strong. Another attempt up and good. So he's 1 of 4 now. In for the Irish, Isaac Van Meter, 6'1" junior, checks in. And out for a breather, who had also checked in, Connor Coate-Boss. 30 seconds in, second quarter. Matucci for three, left wing. Nothing but net on that one. Ball back to the Irish. Up 14 and an over and back, or did he step on the baseline? Looks like the Chapman player was on the baseline, so nonetheless, either way, it'll be a Knight. Knight's taking over on the turnover. There's a shot up and good on the runner. That's 5 for Maddox Wells. Minute 5 gone by, second quarter. The Knights opening up now a 16-point lead, 27-11. Another three on the other end, up and good. Drew Elliott, his first three of the game, 27-14. On the other end, up and down the floor they go, shot no good. Rebound to Hines. And the foul is going to be called. Matucci's going to go out, Tuttle back in. Foul, by the way, one on A.J. Scott, his first. First on the team, open three, right corner, near side short. Got his own rebound, did Hines. To Wells, to Tuttle. Ball fake there, back out, left wing. And a drive back out to the right side in the corner. Lehman with it, drives the baseline. And that foul should go on Isaac Van Meter. And it will. His first, second team foul, 6:14 left, second quarter. Knights by 13. Colin to inbound it. Into Hines. Left side Lehman, dumped it off to Colin, but he's called for a walk down the lane. That'll be a turnover back to the Irish. Couple of minutes gone by, reach in. Tipped in the backcourt by Colin. Irish retain possession now, and the Knights again. Some stingy defense here on the near side, right in front of the Knights' own bench, and there's a tip and a steal and a whistle and a foul called, and not the worst time for that one, as the Knights were looking for a fast break basket. In there is Decker, Francis, and Coate-Boss for the Irish. They'll join Drew Elliott and Aiden Munoz in there for the Knights. Tuttle, Wells, Hines. Shot by Will Tuttle, up and good. Also in there, Lehman and Colin, so the starting five are out there for the Knights. 5:25 left before halftime. The Knights 29-14 advantage. 15-point game. Bounce pass to the near side. A ball fake there. Driving left baseline jump stop. Traveling called against Francis. Ball back to the Knights with 5:15 left, second quarter. 15-point cushion. 29-14 Knights. Across the timeline. Wells one more time to Hines. Gives it off to Cole and in the lane, picks up his dribble. Lehman in the near court. Drives the baseline. Kick back out. Tuttle for three up top. Got another one. 10 for Tuttle. Set at 2 and a 3 now in each of the first two quarters. For 10 points, the Knights lead by 18, 32-14. Three on the other end attempted. That's good. Second three, had one back in the first and now one in the second. That one good by Talon Decker. The game back to a 15-point advantage for the Knights. Another three up by Tuttle, and he's catching fire. There's three more. He's got 13, and the lead is 18, 35-17. Last three baskets seesawing back and forth with threes, and shot missing there, rebound by the Knights, and the Chapman miss as we approach the midpoint here, quarter number 2. Tuttle to Colin, left side, Wells for 3. That one will miss, tipped by Tuttle, but into the hands of Code Boss, and now on the other end, Tuttle another 3. 11 in the quarter, all of a sudden Tuttle's got 16, and all of a sudden the Knights lead by 21. 38-17, 3:40 left before halftime. And on the other end, 3 on the other end, that's also good. Aiden Munoz, he had 7 to lead all scores in the first, 10 for the game, and we all get a little breather. Raining threes here in Chapman. It's Sacred Heart 38, Chapman 20, and you're watching and listening to the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
Congratulations.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Welcome back to the Irish Classic. I'm Adam Coulter along with Brian Dennett on the camera this evening. I mentioned it was raining threes as we headed to break there briefly. For the Irish, Drew Elliott, Aiden Munoz, and Talon Decker, 1-3 apiece. And for the Knights, Tuttle's got 3 by himself, 3 threes, and Matucci off the bench with 1 more. So majority of the scoring here in the second quarter has been from distance. And checking in there now out of the timeout is Ben Mars. And Disberger also, Ben Disberger back in the game. Checking in for the Irish, Drew Elliott. So Hines and Wells, Disberger, Mars, and Will Tuttle. Pass into Wells, now to Mars. To Wells, top of the key. Little give and go off the glass, a tough shot. Wells went to Disberger on the right lane line, and the give and go back to Wells, but he couldn't get the shot to go. But back to the free throw line with even 3 minutes left before halftime, and the Knights by 18. Free throw up, free throw good. That's 7, or check that rather, that's 6. For Hines. Second one up, second one rattles, just rolls off the iron. Nice play there by Wells to tip it out of bounds in the backcourt. 39-20. Reaching by Tuttle on the pass, and that's going to be stolen. 3-on-2 down the floor. Tuttle from Hines, good. And Tuttle, 18-13 alone here in the quarter. 2.5 left before halftime. The Knights by 21, 41-20. Right side for 3, up and good. Another 3. Drew Elliott, his second tray, both here in the second quarter. And that cuts the deficit back down to 18 for the Irish. Disberger looking for Wells. Now off to Hines. He'll drive the right lane line. Stop there. And a foul called. And they're going to call the foul on Drew Elliott. Team 6 personal fouls. Back to the free throw line go the Knights.
Shooting 2 for the Knights. Number 11, Noah Hines.
And of note, the Knights committed the first 2 fouls in the opening 30 seconds here of the second quarter. None called against them since, and 6 against the Irish in that same span of time.
Number 14.
Comes Matucci back in.
And for the Irish, number 5, A.J. Scott.
And A.J. Scott's going to check in for Chapman. 7 now and a chance for his 8th for Noah Hines at the line. Knees bent, shot up, nothing but net. 3 of 4 from the line here in the second quarter. 8 points for the game. The lead is an even 20 at 43-23. 3-point shot left side, near wing, missed. Tapped around, rebound taken by Wells. Right side Matucci looking for Disperter in the lane, and it's tipped away and a foul called with 1:45 to play.
Foul against the Knights, number 21.
Disperter called for the foul. Just his first third team foul. Irish back one more time. Down by 20. Step back, 3 up and missing. Tipped around. Shot no good by Munoz. Rebound A.J. Scott back to Munoz. Back to the near side. Trying to feed a pass down low was Coat Boss to Francis. Tipped away, taken back by the Knights one more time. 1:20 left before halftime. Disperger to Hines in the lane at the free throw line. Now Matucci, jump stop, and he walked. He was fine, I think, with a jump stop, but then he took one more step in the lane, and that was what got him rung up with the traveling violation. So the Chapman Irish with the ball, a timeout called by head coach Drew Kraxner. We'll take one as well with 1:10 left before halftime. Knights by an even 20. It's Sacred Heart 43, Chapman 23. As you're listening to the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And the band plays on here in the Chapman Gym, the USD 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter, Brian Dennett on the broadcast. 70 seconds left, 1:10 before halftime. Knights have led by as many as 21. They lead by 20 right now, 43-23. As back to play here for the final 1:10 of the first half. And the Knights have built themselves a nice cushion to go into the locker room with. Reaching nearly tapped away from Francis, and that's waiting to see who's it going off of. It's going to go off one of the Irish players that went. It looked like Aiden Munoz. We were waiting for a second. A couple of the referees were looking at each other kind of to ask who to go off of, but 1 minute left, Knight ball, and sauntering across the center stripe, Maddox Wells, left side to Hines. 50 seconds left, pulls up on the free throw line, does Hines, missed it short. Disperger, nice save into Mars, but couldn't get the shot to go, and now we're down to 40 seconds left. Turnaround shot, low block left side up, no good. Foul's going to be called on the floor on Noah Hines. Fourth foul against Sacred Heart. Tuttle back to the, back to the bench, back to the scorer's table. He'll re-enter, and Hines will sit most likely until halftime. 43-23, the score remains. Quick, nice lob on the inbounds pass, up and good. Talon Decker. Nice little soft touch there for the basket, 43-25. Here's Tuttle, right side to the elbow, and now to Matucci, beyond the arc. 15 seconds left, a spin there. He's going to drive to the basket all the way up. Missed the bank, though. 10 seconds left for the Irish. And reaching in, taking it away, and now a foul called near half court. As Wells forced the turnover, but then lost the ball. Munoz called for the foul. 2 shots for Maddox Wells in the waning seconds here of the first half. Knights by 18 with 5.8 left before halftime. Free throw up and no good. Second shot up. That one about 3-4 bounces off the iron and good. So he's got 6. At the horn, shot no good. And that will do it for the opening half of play. The Knights led 22-10 after 1. They lead 44-25 here at the halftime break. We'll get a break in. And we'll come back with the scoring numbers and more as you're listening and watching the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
Halftime here from Chapman. I'm Adam Coulter. Brian Dennett along. Appreciate all your help as always on the camera tonight. Halftime score, the Knights led by as many as 21. They lead by 19 here at the break, 44-25. And I haven't done this yet this evening, I realize, so let's get a scoreboard update on some area scores. Go with the girls' scores first. I see a bunch of halftime and there's some final scores to go. Manhattan beats Salina Central in girls action, 50-32. El Saline's girls lost to Minneapolis, 57-23. Also, Bennington beat Republic County in girls action. That was 50-31. Salina Central, after one, was up 12-9 over Manhattan. Final score in girls action, Southeast of Saline nipped Abilene 47-42. End of the first quarter score, El Saline's boys on top of Minneapolis 20-9. Halftime boys score, Manhattan 25, Salina Central 23. Bennington and Republic County 16-11 into the first quarter in boys action. Now a few halftime, and this will be end of the third quarter score. El Saline's boys all over Minneapolis 61-24. Again, that's the end of the third quarter boys score. Bennington's boys at halftime on top of Republic County 34-18. And halftime score, El Saline 39, Minneapolis. Well, I guess I just mentioned that one. 39-15 at halftime, and now into the third, boys action, El Saline blowing out Minneapolis 61-24. And from right here in Chapman, the Irish down to the Knights as the Knights trying to complete the sweep over the Irish. Girls victorious early on for Sacred Heart. 52-39, that final score. And here in the boys game at halftime, 44-25, the Knights on top of the Irish. We'll take another break and we will come back with more here at halftime. Again, 44-25, the Knights led by as many as 21. $19 points to lead is our score. We'll come back after a break. You're listening to the Irish Classic on SalinaPost.com.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? With 10 years of experience serving Northeast Kansas from Abilene to Wamego, leave it to a professional. Call Kirsten Ross, realtor and owner with Homefront Real Estate Group. Buying a home, whether it be your first time or second time, is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in a lifetime. Therefore, finding the right agent to help you make the process easier is essential. Kirsten Ross is there for you and your family every step of the way. Visit rosshouses.com and go Irish.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back once again to the USD 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here on the broadcast. We're glad you're along with us. Halftime score 44-25. The Knights a comfortable cushion here at the halftime break as the Knights back out on the floor. Chapman hasn't quite made the way back out yet. Final 90 seconds or so here on the clock. So we get set for the start of the third quarter. 18 points for Will Tuttle to lead all scorers. 8 points for Noah Hines. 6 points apiece for Maddox Wells and for Ben Disberger off the bench. 3 for Dom Matucci. 2 points for Luke Colin and 1 point for Carson Lehman. Meanwhile for Chapman, 10 points for Aiden Munoz. 8 for Talon Decker. 6 for Drew Elliott. And 1 point in that second quarter off the bench for A.J. Scott. So again, Tuttle leads all scorers, 18 at halftime, and the Knights lead by 19 as we get set for the start of the second half. Both teams back out on the floor in their individual huddles at their benches. And for the Knights, it looks like it's going to be the starting five: Wells and Hines, Colin, Lehman, and Tuttle for the Knights. And back out there again for Chapman is going to be Elliott, Munoz, Decker, Francis, and Jed Moody. Eight minutes on the clock. Sacred Heart will inbound. Will Tuttle half court across the way, and we are underway in quarter number 3. Wells drives right off the bat, off the glass, right side up and good. He didn't waste any time. Right to the rim, and his 8th point now, his 7th and 8th points. And the Knights lead by 21, matching their biggest lead of the game. 30 seconds into now this third quarter. It's a spin and a turn and a shot missing, tipped. Tuttle and nearly threw it away, and now Wells going, or Hines, going for the loose ball. Could not keep it in. And the ball back to the Irish. They'll get it back on their end of the floor. And it goes to Decker. Bounce pass right in the hands of Tuttle. Hallett pass on the far side, and again on the sideline that time. It was Lehman trying to save it, so the Knights' last couple of passes getting in a hurry and a couple of unforced turnovers. Quick inbounds to Decker. Munoz with it. Dumped off back beyond the arc. Decker back to Munoz. A minute gone by, third quarter now, 46 rather. I said the numbers backwards. 46-25, Knights by 21. And there's an offensive foul. Hines there to take it, and committed by Brecken Francis of Chapman.
His third team first.
About a minute 10 gone by, second quarter, and Maddox Wells saunters across the center stripe, but the Knights now work right to left as we view it. The Irish left to right. Left side to Lehman. Working on the baseline, spinning in the lane, and had the shot blocked. But Jed Moody A look of surprise and just look back at one of the referees, just simply saying what. Didn't like the call. Shot by Lehman, up and good. And that's his second point of the game. 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
Number 2, Carson Lehman.
Carson Lehman, second free throw, good. He's 3 of 4 in the game. All 7 nights that have, or I should say Ben Mars was out there too. 7 of the 8 nights that have seen action tonight have scored. Hopefully Ben gets a chance to get back in there, and we can say that every night on the floor scored tonight. Right now it's a 23-point game, 48-25 in between the rings. Talon Decker back spinning now, and the shot deflected, taken. Knights on the break, down the floor, Wells up and good. And Wells with 4. Another double-figure score for the Knights, their second thus far. 2 minutes gone by third quarter, and the Knights doubling up. The Irish 50-25. There's a spinning shot, no good. Missing by Moody. Rebound Knights. Comes Colin down the floor. Colin to Hines, back to Colin. Lehman, and all 5 guys a hand on it. Turnaround by Tuttle. All 5 guys get a hand on it. That's 20 for Tuttle. Maddox Wells, the last guy to touch it before Will Tuttle, as all 5 guys again get a hand on it. 3-point shot, right wing missed. Rebound Luke Colin. Comes Wells, or check that, Hines down the floor. Kicked out, now to Wells. 3 ball, good. And Wells with 7 here in the quarter already. He's got 13. 5 minutes left. In the lane, kicked out. Into the near corner, up and good. Drew Elliott, he's got 9 on 3 threes. The lead, 55-28, Sacred Heart. On the other end, Colin tried to force one up. It wouldn't go. Here comes Moody back down the floor, and passes thrown away. Run on the floor and overthrew Colin. Did Noah Hines. 4.5 to play, 4:35 to play third quarter. Knights back up by 23. Checking in to the Irish lineup. Isaac Van Meter back in, as is Jacob Gefeller. Out goes Elliott. Out goes Decker for the Irish. Starting five still out there for the Knights. Hines and Wells and Tuttle. Colin and Lehman. 4.5 to play as we resume action. 55-28 Knights. In the first games here in this round robin tournament. Be right back here Friday and Saturday. Coverage of every game that those days here at the tournament. Knights get the ball back. Tuttle backs up beyond the arc. Thought about a 3 for a moment now. Left side and again around the arc, and all 5 guys get a hand on it. Halfway through the third quarter, here's Tuttle. Back off to Hines. Little runner in the lane, off the heel, no good. Tipped by Wells, Hines for a moment, I should say, and the Irish have it. Here's Moody, left baseline, tapped from behind, stolen by the Knights. Now Hines. Knights want to run. Right side, up and good. 5 points now for Carson Lehman, I should say. Matucci's going to check in, as is Disberger. Out goes Wells, and out goes Colin. Also checking back in, Drew Elliott in for Munoz for the Irish. So 3:42 left. The first personal foul, by the way, one on Gefeller. Free throw up and good. So 3-point play completed. 5 in the quarter and 6 for the game now for Carson Lehman. And now all of a sudden the Knights are up by 30. It's 58. It's 38. Tuttle reaching in, nearly had a steal, and now in the backcourt there to retrieve it was Elliott. Now Gefeller. Now back to Elliott. Into a wall on the left baseline. Moody mid-range jumper with the left hand up and good. So 3 minutes left. It's 58-30. Matucci in the lane, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Foul against the Knights, number 14, Dominic Matucci, his second, team first. Checking in for the Irish, number 4, Aiden Nunez.
58-30. Irish ball, but down a ton right now. Another foul called, and this one's going to go on Matucci.
Foul against the Knights, number 14, Dominic Matucci, his third,
His
team second.
third personal foul, second team foul, 2:51 to play. As back in goes Decker, and Van Meter comes out for the Irish.
Turning for the Irish, number 11, Talon Decker.
Irish ball trying to get in there. Left side in the corner, 3 balls up. That one around and no good. An offensive rebound put back, no good. And a whistle underneath. This is going to go against Chapman. Foul's going to be called on Jed Moody. 4th personal foul, 4th team foul. And for the Knights, it'll be Matucci across the center stripe for the Knights. Goes to his right. Off to Hines. Now Lehman. And back Hines once again. Little runner from the left side baseline, no good. Rebound to the Irish. 2:25 left, third quarter, and the Knights up by 28. Led by as many as 30. Has Sacred Heart. Loose ball in the lane taken. And now ahead of the pack, off the glass, right hand up and good. And there's 10 for Hines. That's the third night now in double figures. As we hit the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter, and an even 30-point game, 60-30 in favor of the Knights. Near side Munoz from distance, he got it. Third three, he's got 13 for the game. Leads the Irish in scoring at 60-33 with 1:40 left. Dom Matucci across the timeline for Sacred Heart, looking for Disberger. Right elbow. He's got it. Hands it off to Lehman. Looking back for Disberger in the lane. Little give and go, and the ball knocked away. Back to the Irish. Chapman back down the floor in transition. There's a shot up missing. Foul's going to go on Sacred Heart, and a 2-shot foul forthcoming as Carson Lehman picks it up. Just his first personal foul, third against the Knights. 1:16 left, third quarter. Free throw up and no good. Colin back in for the Knights, in for Hines. Van Meter checks back in, as does Gefeller for Chapman. Second free throw up and good. 14 in the game for Munoz. And now a foul. If I heard the referee right, it was.
Foul against the Irish, number 10, Isaac Van Meter.
That's going to be the 5th team foul, so it's going to be shots for the Knights. They call the foul on Isaac Van Meter. That's his second personal. So now we'll walk to the other end of the floor as Will Tuttle's going to shoot a couple. .116 to go in the third. Tuttle with the free throw, good. So he's got 21 right now. Had 16 in the opener last Friday night. Second free throw, left hand up, and that'll go. 22 for Will Tuttle. 70 seconds left here late in the third. Gefeller dumped off to Van Meter, driving in the lane off the glass. A tough shot in traffic, he got it. (62-36) on the other end, up and good by Coland. He's got 4. Long three left side. Gefeller missed it short. Ball knocked around and taken by Coland. Foul is going to be called on Connor Cody Boss. 28-point game and a chance to put it back up, put them back by 30 once again. Luke Coland set to first one good. Drew Elliott checking back in for Isaac Van Meter for the Irish. 39.3 to go. Second free throw up and good. 4 in the quarter and 6 for the game for Luke Coland. Final 35 seconds. Up by 30 again are the Knights, now 66-36. A drive in the lane, left hand off the glass, but no good. Rebound Tuttle off to Coland. Knights want to run again. Now they slow things back up. Tuttle, though, he'll try 3 from the right wing, and he'll hit again. Why not? 7 in the quarter and 25 for the game for Will Tuttle. 10 seconds left. It's a 33-point Knight lead, 69-36. And we're going to have a running clock in the fourth quarter with the Knights up 30 plus. Brecken Francis. Oh, wrong 14. Matucci called for the foul. Matucci's fourth on the team. Out of bounds, good hustle play by Coland. 2.7 left, third quarter. And a timeout's going to be called before we finish things up here in the third. A full timeout by Chapman. They're down a bunch. Right now the Knights 69, the Irish 36. You're listening and watching to coverage of the Irish Classic on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here on the broadcast. Final 2.7 seconds left, late third quarter. Big Knight lead now. Quick inbound with 2, with 1 at the horn. Shot up and good. 3 ball to end the quarter. Nunez is 4-3, 17 points for him. And we'll go to the fourth with a 30-point game. It's the Knights 69, the Irish 39, back after a break with the fourth quarter as you're listening and watching coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
And back here for the start of the fourth quarter. (69-39). Will Tuttle leads all scorers with 25. Noah Hines 10 more. And also Maddox-Well 13, the three double-figure scores for the Knights. 17, including that last three at the horn to end the quarter. And there the clock goes. Put up by Coland off a steal, no good, but a foul called. 7 seconds gone by, and the clock is running here in the fourth. I was trying to spit out Aiden Munoz, 17 to lead the Irish. Running clock with the Knights up 30, and the free throw is up and good. So 7 for Coland right now. Lehman 6, Coland 7. Second free throw good. Lehman with 8, or Coland with 8 now, I should say. 6 for Disberger and 3 for Matucci. On the other end, shot up, Wissing. Rebound. Coland one more time, gives it off to Hines. Now Matucci, near corner, missed it short. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Knights as it's dribbled off the foot. Well, deflected off Munoz. So the running clock continues.
Returning to the Irish, number 1, Drew Elliott.
Drew Elliott's checked back in for the Irish. 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. There's Hines to Disberger, left lane line. Turnaround shot blocked but fouled. Brecken Francis, the look on his face, he thought he had all ball.
Number 14, Brecken Francis, his 5th.
So Disberger to the line.
Checking into the Irish. Number 32, Jason.
There's Ben Mars back in there for the Knights, and for Matucci. And also checking back in for Chapman, Jacek Bauman. Free throw up, also good.
Shooting for the Knights, number 21, Ben Disberger.
So 7 now for Disberger, pending the second free throw. Clock continues running. Free throw up. Didn't call it, but a little bank swish. 8 for Disberger off the bench, and the lead is 73-39. Sacred Heart's going to go to 2-0, and the Irish will start 0-1. There's a three-point shot missing. Offensive rebound by Moody, and a whistle and a foul called. Foul's going to be called against the Knights on Disberger. Just his second and just the first on the team. Back up to Moody. Left side Decker. He gives it up again. A three-point shot up top. Good by Drew Elliott. 4 threes, 12 points for him. The lead 31, 73-42 Knights. Just Coland. And he raised, it looked like he threw that left arm out just enough to get called for a foul. And here come some of the younger Knights into the game. Graham Armstrong going to check in. Also out there, Mason Brown for the Knights. Hines and Wells both check out. So we've got Mars, Disberger, Coland, and as I mentioned, just out there, Mason Brown, and also Graham Armstrong for the Knights. Timeout called, 30-second timeout by Chapman. Will take it as well. Clock stopped at the 3:45 mark here of the fourth. Knights by 31. Back after this as you're listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back again to the USD 473 District Gym here, home of the Chapman Irish. Clock continuously running once again, and there's a loose ball in the lane. Referees letting them get it, letting them tie it up a little bit, but foul is going to be called. Graham Armstrong picked up the foul. His first third-team foul. Quick inbound. Final 3 minutes here of the fourth with it. Dominic Krogman. 3 minutes left, even now. Up top and a spin, free throw line, turnaround, and a bank swish on the other end. Knights with it back down the floor. Armstrong, Disberger, spins right, spins left. Bounce pass to Disberger, back from Brown. Now Colin, there's Mars. And he's going to be fouled on the way to the basket. 2 shots coming. 73-44.
Foul against the Irish, number 32, Jason Bowman, his fourth, team third.
Free throw good by Mars.
Shooting for the Knights, number 33, Ben Mars.
First free throw good. Second free throw good. Reach in, Cole, and steals it away. Looking for Disberger and tipped away. Nice steal by Krogman of the Irish. 90 seconds left in this one. Nice pass. Back door. Van Meter from Bauman. Four points now for Van Meter. Final minutes of the game now, 75-46. Again, the Irish are going to fall to 0-1 to start the season. The Knights going to improve to 2-0. These two teams will both be in action here in Chapman, along with Bishop Ward and with Rossville. 3 and 4:30 for the Knights and the Bulldogs on Friday, and then the Chapman Irish, the host school, takes on Bishop Ward at 6 and 7:30 on Friday. Then Saturday, 2 o'clock tip time for the girls and boys to follow, as the Knights will take on Bishop Ward and Chapman will take on Rossville, as the Knights are going to dribble this one out. Final 10 seconds, the final score officially here in 7 seconds. 75-46 is our final. So we'll take a break, come back with postgame after a break. 75-46, the Knights win in convincing fashion here at Chapman in their opening game here of the Irish Classic. And you're listening to coverage of the Irish Classic, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group, here on Salina Post.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
And welcome back one final time here to Chapman. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast here. The Knights sweep the Irish here on the road tonight. Final score of the boys game 75-46 as the Knights big run in the late first quarter, early second quarter. Got up by 19 at halftime and never looked back. As again the final score 75-46. Scoring the game, Will Tuttle leads all scorers. 25 points for him. Also 13 points by Noah Hines 13 points by Maddox Wells and 10 more by Noah Hines. Also 8 points in the game by Maddox. 8 points in the game by Ben Disberger. 8 points in the game by Luke Colin, 6 by Carson Lehman, 3 by Dom Matucci, and 2 more by Ben Mars. For Chapman, they're led in scoring, 17 points for Aiden Munoz, 12 points for Drew Elliott, 8 points for Talon Decker, and also a couple by Jed Moody, 1 point from the free throw line by A.J. Scott. 2 points from Jacek Bauman off the bench, and 4 more in the fourth quarter off the bench by Isaac Van Meter. So again, the Knights go to 2-0 on the season, and the Irish fall to 0-1 to start the 2024-2025 campaign. So the Knights sweep it here tonight from Chapman as the girls win earlier 52-39, and the boys complete the sweep by beating the Irish 75-46. Our next coverage, our next games, we'll have all 4 on Friday, as I mentioned off and on throughout the broadcast that they'll switch teams, will they? As the Knights will play the early games and Chapman will play the late games. The Knights will take on Rossville at 3 and 4:30 approximately, and then Chapman will host Bishop Ward, and those games set for 6 and 7:30 tip times, and I'll be here for all 4 of those games. So we hope you'll join us for those, enjoy those. And again, the Knights up in the Irish here tonight in their opening games here, the Irish Classic. Final scores one more time. 52-39, the girls win it. Do the Lady Knights, as do the Sacred Heart boys. That final score 75-46. So once again, for Brian Dennett, I'm Adam Coulter. We'll sign off here this evening with those final scores, and we will talk to you once again on Friday here from the Irish Classic here in Chapman.
You've been listening to a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.